ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. I didn't tell Curtis we were starting.
We're good.
We're starting. We're on that TV, on that camera right there. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on this gorgeous Tuesday, February 15th. Going to have a big fun talk today with Curtis Leib. He is the Chief Managing Officer, right?
That is correct, sir.
Wow. I get it right once, and I'll butcher it the rest of the day.
Good.
He's the Chief Managing Officer of the Clay County Probation Office, and we're going to talk about what they do, what goes on, how about what part of his job is, and just talk about all kinds of different things with Kurt here today. And you can sit back and enjoy it. We'll have a good time here on a Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. As let's talk a little bit about what's going on today. By the way, I didn't mention to you, this is Tuesday, the 15th today.
Yes, sir.
Even though I am wearing my Valentine's colors, I feel bad. It's Valentine's Day. I'm wearing Valentine's colors when we're shooting this.
Happy Valentine's Day, Bruce.
Happy Valentine's Day to you. Congratulations.
It's one of my favorite days of the year.
Really?
Not really.
Well, same here. Same here. But I hope you've all had an outstanding Valentine's Day. Let's talk about what's going on here on the 15th. You're off camera, so you can mind your own business, whatever you want to do. This is over in Salem. Actually, this is tomorrow over in Salem. They are having a blood drive at the Community Activities Center. This is from noon to 5 o'clock. Now, the reason I put this on today rather than Wednesday, where I'm not going to be here tomorrow, but I figured I want to talk about it and make sure folks know. Then go donate blood. Again, this is at the Salem Community Activities Center over at, it's just about a block or two south of the high school there in Salem. You can't miss it. One donation can save up to 3 lives is what they tell us. So you can go online. Probably the best thing for you to do. Go online to redcrossblood.org. Go to redcrossblood.org. Sign up for an appointment. Get yourself an appointment for the blood donation, and then you can also put in all your facts, and they have their histories, and to get the fast pass. Do you? I asked. I feel terrible because I occasionally embarrass people.
Sure.
Do you donate blood?
I just started donating blood just a couple months ago. The blood
First time ever.
Second time. Normally I get rejected because my blood pressure's too high.
Well, yeah.
But I did because I feel like the need, and you and I can donate up to 6 pints based on our size. So, no, I'm joking.
I was going to say.
No.
They've taken a lump of 6 pints at once.
I know. But I did. It's something that makes me feel good. I want to find my blood type out, which I'm O negative. So now they want me to do that fancy.
The double reds.
The double reds. So I'm going to do that. I'm signed up to do it next time. I just feel it's a way to kind of give back to the community or whatever we can do.
The cool part about the double reds, especially if you do it in the summertime. Now, I don't know when you're scheduled for it. This is kind of inside baseball, I suppose, for folks. But whenever they they take your blood out, and then they feed you back saline, but also with your plasma back. It's all part of this machine that separates it. And they feed it back. The thing is. Now, I've done this numerous times, right, about 15 times.
Great.
The thing is, whenever they shoot it back to you, it's cold. So
I'm going to find out.
It's actually very refreshing on a summer day.
I've already signed up for the next blood drive at the Church of Nazarene in Florida. I think it's this month sometime, Bruce.
Okay.
I'm going to do it every chance I can.
Good for you.
It is. It's a good thing.
Good for you. It's an outstanding. And I think it's quite healthy if you're able to continue doing it because you get your iron moving, you get your red blood cells being recreated, and that's very.
The free T-shirt didn't fit, so
I have been sent numerous free T-shirts. Because I've donated about 139 pints of blood. I've been doing it for quite some time.
Wow, that's excellent.
Yeah, there were probably Probably people out there that are walking into walls because they've had my donations of blood. So, yeah, you can do that again tomorrow in Salem, Wednesday in Salem from noon to 5 o'clock at the Salem Community Activities Center. What else is going on? Well, this is actually today over in Altamont at the Ballard Nature Center from 10 a.m. to, I believe, 11, and then again from 1 o'clock to 2. They're having... I'm not sure what this is. Learn about unhuggable animals and have some Valentine-themed fun for kids from 3 to 5 with an adult. I would think there are a lot of unhuggable animals out there, but you can learn all about them, whatever you want. Nature Tales. This is called Nature Tales at Ballard Nature Center, so do enjoy that. I was going to talk about that one, but I'm going to talk about all kinds of stuff with you. I don't need to talk about that one, do I? That's kind of required, isn't it? The top one, if you're going to that one, you're kind of required.
I've never had a DUI offender come through my office.
Have you not?
Oh, please, I'm
I was going to say.
No,
wow.
No, it's a total joke. You don't walk quite well.
Brand new to you. I suspect you do. All right, what else is going on? Ladies and gentlemen, this is February 15th. This is National Gumdrop Day. Observed every year on February 15th, this recognizes a favorite candy of many, the gumdrop. There's no question as to what to do. Go find some gumdrops and eat them as many as you can. I've never been a big fan. I've got a couple or three pictures of gumdrops there. I have never been a fan of gumdrops because it's false advertising. I like bubble gum. And they give you these gumdrops, or you get these gumdrops. There's no gum.
No.
What a crock.
I don't know. It's not chocolate.
It's not chocolate, first of all.
So, it takes a far second for me, so I don't even waste time on it.
Well, that makes a ton of sense. That makes a ton of sense. What else is going on today, ladies and gentlemen? This is kind of fitting since it's the day after Valentine's Day. Happy Singles Awareness Day on February 15th. Singles Awareness Day reminds folks that there's nothing wrong with being single. In fact, the day after Valentine's Day points out all the ways that singledom benefits our communities and more. Several benefits to being unattached. Singles can come and go as they please with no regard to a partner's schedule, wants, or needs. Career opportunity, by all means, move. Don't worry about it. Single doesn't need to consult a spouse before accepting an offer. Also, easy for the single to keep healthier habits. I'm not sure I buy that one. How long since you've been single?
Well, I got married when I was 22, so
it's been a few years.
Been a few years ago, so
it's been about that. It's been about that long for me too, since I've been single. So, God bless you if you're single and enjoy it and have a good time. Did you know? You might know this. The gap between married and unmarried Americans has narrowed quite a bit since 1950. So that tells you there are a lot more, as a percentage, single Americans than there used to be. That's a couple of years old. So how about that? Things you can do if you're single. How about that? So what else is going on today? What do you want to do? High school basketball tonight. What's on TV? It is the Fairfield Mules at the Floral Wolves. This will be at 6:15 tonight. We'll have that right here on Wabash Catch TV, this very channel 100. Also tonight, NCAA basketball, a big slew of games, including on Big Ten Network, a doubleheader. Michigan State is at Penn State, and then Minnesota is at Ohio State. Have you watched much Big Ten basketball? You a fan of?
I have, Bruce. I love watching basketball, specifically college basketball. So I watch Big Ten a lot.
I didn't know if you had a favorite, or favorite is basically the OVC or what.
I can't root for anybody besides Eastern Illinois University, but I do like watching University of Illinois because they're local, and I have to love Kofi Coburn. I mean, he's a true legitimate.
He is
center,
a true legitimate center, and there aren't that many left.
Not many left at all. So
that's exactly right. What else on TV? Minnesota at Ohio State. That's on Big Ten Network. Also on ESPN2, they've got a doubleheader. Texas at Oklahoma, followed by Wisconsin at Indiana. So 3 Big Ten games tonight. ESPN bringing out the big guns. They've got Wake Forest at Duke at 6 o'clock, followed by Kentucky at Tennessee. 3 of those teams are all ranked. The Kent State Golden Flashes will be in Toledo. That is on CBS Sports Network at 5 p.m. today, Channel 628. Triple header there. Villanova at Providence. I didn't realize Providence was ranked number 11 in the country. Have you seen them play?
I have not seen them play yet this year.
See, maybe you wouldn't have realized it either.
I did not realize that.
I'm shocked when I saw that. And also a doubleheader on Fox Sports 1. Butler is at DePaul, followed by San Jose State at Nevada. NBA, a couple games tonight. Boston is at the Sixers on TNT, followed by the Clippers at the Suns. That's all starts at 6:30. And the Blues are in action. They're going to head up to Ottawa if they can get in. Play the Senators at 6 p.m. this evening. That is Curtis Leib. I'm Bruce Dickey. We'll be right back on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. We're going to chat about a ton of things. Back after these.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lemons Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lemons always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemonsonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Does your home show signs of foundation problems? Call the experts at Woods Basement Systems. Our Power Brace system can fix the problem permanently and help protect the value of your home. Call Woods Basement Systems today. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Mold, rank air, pests, all getting closer to inside your home. With a dirt crawl space, there's no telling what's below you.
A sealed crawl space locks the nasty stuff out, plus can lower your utility bills. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Curtis Leib is here. Oh, you want me to call you Curtis or Kurt? Doesn't matter.
Curtis, Bruce, I'm honored to be here. You
Oh,
call me
now
whatever you
come
want.
on.
I absolutely. I go by both.
You go by,
I go by other
so
names
nobody,
we-
so people will call you either one.
Either one, yeah, but Curtis is just fine. So,
All right. Well, I call this. Curtis Leib is here. He's the Clay County from the Clay County Probation Office, and people are saying, "What in the world, Bruce? Why in the world would you put somebody on from a probation office? How can this be an entertaining show for the next 45 minutes?"
well,
And you asked me that question too, didn't you?
I did, but I figured since you scheduled to see me tomorrow, you might as well get your appointment over today, Bruce. So,
That's right.
I'm
Since I'm
joking. He's
scheduled
not
to
on
be
probation.
in.
No.
No, I'm not coming. All my problems are in Wayne County. No, I don't have any. All right. How long have you been doing this? And tell me, do you enjoy your work? And what exactly do you do? Because that's basically what I figure. Because 90% probably of the public don't deal with probation
They have no
officers.
clue.
They have no clue what
they don't
we
know.
do.
And so what I do, I've been doing probation since September 2nd of 1994 when I started. I remember my first day like it was yesterday.
Do you really?
I
What
truly
happened?
do. I was trained under the chief probation officer at the pass of Bill Ridgway. And he just kind of went over everything with me, and it was an eye-opening experience, and it helped set the tone. And to this day, I enjoy going to work still. And probation, a lot of people don't know what we do. You're absolutely right. I've had people come up to me, it's like, it was up to me. You wouldn't have a job to lock everybody up.
Yeah, lock everybody up forever and ever.
Can't do
Amen.
that. I mean, typically about, of everybody involved in criminal justice system, over 60% are on some type of probation, reporting, parole. You can't build 6 times more jails and prisons. So you can't lock everybody up. So, and there's a lot of good people we deal with.
Yeah.
They need to stay in the community. We supervise people. The statute states, you take charge and watch over somebody placed on probation. So they come in, we make sure they follow the court order. And, we're not there just to look for something they're doing wrong and put them in jail, put them in prison, because eventually they come back, Bruce. And when typically if you have a low-risk offender and they end up messing up and they go to prison or jail, a lot of times they don't come back better.
Yeah, I mean I talk with I have a friend who comes on who is a former warden, and he says, yeah, this is not a rehabilitation. Going to jail is not rehabilitation.
It's not. So when I first started, my philosophy has changed, but it's like, oh, you screwed up, you're going to jail. It's clear, black and white. You don't mess up. But if you got a chance to be a positive impact in somebody's life and maybe help them change their course of life, and then not only you might help change their life, you might help change your kid's life or their spouse's wife or whatever the case is, and that's what we do. We don't get a lot of pats on the back with this position, and we're not looking for pats on the back. We're just looking to hold somebody accountable, keep Clay County as safe as we can, but also if we got a chance to be a positive impact and make somebody, maybe we can't change them. We're not miracle workers, but we can sure maybe help point them down a different path in the road. So,
do you see, Curtis, after you've done this for so long, do you see that as half the battle in that maybe a lot of the criminals that you see are just not that bright?
Absolutely.
And may not have a clue as how to stay out of trouble.
A lot of times I'll have somebody come. I'm doing this long enough, Bruce. I'm on my second generation.
Yeah. Gosh.
I've had people come in,
Yeah, I
the same
hadn't
age
thought
as their
about
father,
that.
and it's like, I dealt with your dad this time 20 years ago, sitting in the same chair, saying the exact same thing. I'm like, let's be a cycle breaker. Let's stop what you were taught to do. And you think about it. If somebody's brought up in a criminal family and they were told their entire life, cops are bad, this is the right way to do, even though it's a wrong thing to do. And then all of a sudden, I'm telling them, hey, what you were told is a flat-out lie.
Right.
It's hard to convince somebody to change. We can't force them, but we can sure, try and encourage them with our training and our resources that we've acquired over years. I've got a great staff, Krista Weiner, Tara Conklin. They've been doing it both over 15 years. They put up with me every day, which is great. My secretary, Vicky Sacco, does a great job. We've got... she's been there 20 years. We've got a lot of years' experience in my office. We're a pretty tight-knit office, and I don't care what people think. I think we do a fantastic job. I'm not saying that because I think I'm great. I'm not great. I just try and surround myself with people smarter than me. I found out in life that usually works okay.
Yeah.
We try and do our best to, stop the recidivism, lower the recidivism rate.
I got to tell you, I never heard that word until the movie Raising Arizona. I had no idea what that word meant.
That was one of the funniest movies. I'm glad you mentioned that. Bruce.
That is recidivism.
Oh yeah. My mom passed away last year. The dang COVID thing. And anyway, I always joke with my mom that on the Raising Arizona, this old biker, the biker.
Oh sure.
Movie, he had this tattoo that said "Mama didn't love me." And I always joke, "Mom, I'm gonna get that." I don't have any tattoos. It's just not my thing. The 2 biggest regrets I hear in my profession is dropping out of high school and getting tattoos. Is
that right?
The 2 biggest thing. It truly is.
I've wondered, especially people who get facial tattoos. You've got to think at some point you're going to be out in the public later on, and that kind of it's a mark. It marks you as making occasional poor decisions.
Yeah, we try, and not only we hold them accountable with a probation, or we do job skills training with them. We help them get their GED. Tara and Chris are great about. We've helped people get housing. I mean, we do more. We try and go above and beyond. But the tattoos where they're visible, you get judged whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
in a split second on jobs. And you
Yeah.
got tattoos on your hands, on your face. It's usually not a positive thing people are thinking. So it does affect your ability to, to make money.
Wow, yeah, that's fascinating. I tell you what, let's do. We're going to take a quick break. I want to come back. I want to ask about your first day and your first the difficulties that
Sure.
you have been able to get over. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Curtis Leib is here, and we are talking about the Clay County Probation Office. We're going to talk basketball here in a little bit. You can't
Hopefully.
have Curtis Leib. I promise.
Okay.
I promise we'll talk basketball. You're watching Big Talk. Back after this.
Does your home show signs of foundation problems? Call the experts at Woods Basement Systems. Our power brace system can fix the problem permanently and help protect the value of your home. Call Woods Basement Systems today. Woods, the all things basementy experts.
Mold, rank air, pests, all getting closer to inside your home. With a dirt crawl space, there's no telling what's below you.
A sealed crawl space locks the nasty stuff out, plus can lower your utility bills. Woods, the all things basementy experts.
Scheid Diesel Service Company is your anything diesel full-service center and fuel injection shop. Scheid Diesel offers the quickest turnaround times to get you back on the road. Scheid Diesel can service any diesel engine from agricultural, construction, heavy-duty truck, and automotive. Let Scheid rebuild your pump, injectors, or turbos. Need custom fuel lines? Scheid has you covered. With a drive-in service, they offer a variety of services, including oil changes, engine rebuilds, DOT inspections, and DPF cleanings. For unmatched quality, think Scheid Diesel Service Company. Anything diesel.
At Midwest Farm and Land, we've got a team of dedicated land, home, and commercial experts ready to help.
We understand that buying or selling a property can be extremely stressful. Let our folks take care of you and help you find your perfect piece of property.
Whether it's recreational or hunting land, farmland, homes, or commercial, we're there to help.
Local experts with national reach. If you're interested, give us a call, 618-532-1961, or check us out on the website, MidwestFarmCo.com.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
When you want an honest deal in hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LaMonsOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Get ahead of the game at Carter Athletic Academy, where the goal is to transform you into the best young athlete you can be. Train for top performance in football, volleyball, soccer, baseball, and softball. Professional private lessons and clinics are always available with Carter Athletic Academy's expert training staff. Carter's exclusive Hit Track system brings skill development as well as exciting gameplay to batting cages. Plus, the Academy is the perfect spot for your special event or celebration. The Carter Athletic Academy in Fairfield. Hello, folks. Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Here is Curtis Leib. He is the Chief Managing Officer of the Clay County Probation Office up in Louisville, and been doing that. Been chief for 16 years. He's been there for over 20, and we are talking about all kinds of things. Let's talk a little bit about you. Said you remember your first day.
Yes, sir.
And what got you into it? Did you want to be a policeman or something?
Yeah,
Criminal justice at
all through
Eastern?
college, I want to go state police. That was my goal. I always want to go to state police. And then, but about my senior year in high school or college, I found out about probation because I always had this desire to help people. I don't know if it's God put in my heart or My mom,
Must
she's
have.
a great person. And then when I found out about probation, it was basically we're in between a counselor and a law enforcement officer. We have the authority to arrest people only on probation.
Okay.
But we also, that's not our goal. Our goal is not just to lock everybody up. Our goal is to hold people accountable and maybe be a positive impact. When I found out about probation, I'm like, what a perfect fit for me. And it was a lot to learn. It took me months to get where I felt comfortable to doing my job, and a lot has changed since 1994.
That's what I'm wondering about. You said you remember your first day. Do you remember the first time you were sitting at a desk and a criminal came in, basically, or a person who is under probation, had maybe a parolee, had served their time and coming out, and do you remember who it was, and were you ever surprised by anything you saw in front of you? Or?
Oh, I mean, people truly, the average person in Clay County has no idea the criminal the criminality that goes on in Clay County. I mean, there's times we check for track marks on people. We're in Clay County.
Yeah.
We got people shoot up drugs. I remember my first drug test, the first positive was for cocaine.
Is that right?
I'm like, cocaine in Clay County? But, mainly it's marijuana. And I guess that's decriminalized at this point. But it's meth is going crazy again. So, but, just our ways of, supervising offenders have changed. And basically, do
you remember the first guy?
I don't specifically remember the first guy. I remember my first sex offender that I dealt with, to be honest with you.
Some things you probably don't forget, do you?
Some things you don't forget, and what some of these sex offenders put people through. You just remember certain things. But I typically have any type of violent offense like battery, domestic battery, ag battery, and all the sex offense cases. Krista Weiner handles the DUIs and the juveniles in Tara Conklin. She runs a drug court for Clay County, which we partnered with Effingham County, and she has basically all the drug offenders and things like that. So we're kind of like a jack of all trades, because a lot of big departments, they have several officers. They specialize in one specific thing.
Yeah,
that would get old to me. I like maybe have this type of events one day, and then the next Saturday you have this different person. But our job is never the same day twice. I mean, we're always putting out fires, Bruce.
I guess you kind of are. And you mentioned one thing a few minutes ago about the thing is to help maybe try to steer somebody back on the track, and part of that I suspect is the difficult part is somebody who has children, a recidivist who has children.
Yep.
How do you deal with something like that? I mean, that's a terrible question, I guess.
No, it's not. There's times back when meth was rampant 20 years ago. We do drug tests, and a person's on probation, then we have the authority to search a residence if they're like a positive drug test.
Right.
There were times we're finding drugs and we're literally removing a child from a mom's arm because she's going in custody. And it's very traumatic for everybody, but it's just not a fun
You call in the DCFS, I guess?
Yes, call the DCFS. They have to get involved, and you struggle with why do they do that? Why would they put drugs over their kids? Well, I don't have the answers for everything.
Right.
It's frustrating because you and I view things one way, but somebody on probation or a criminal and who's under the influence, they don't.
It all depends on what environment and
Sure
what experiences they've had.
It sure does. And, and we had a lot of good people. I mean, a lot of good people get in trouble. I've done things, if I would have got caught, I could have been in trouble, and there's, we'll get somebody placed on probation. We have to, assess the case and do an intake and determine what level of supervision to provide. We got a lot of one and dones. I mean, people get DUIs. That's not right or wrong. It's wrong. But, we found over the years, the low-risk offenders, you don't waste time on. You're going to make them worse if you start supervising them more, mixing them in with higher-risk criminals.
Is that right?
It is. You just leave them alone. They're like, basically, the terminology we use now, they're going to self-correct. They're not going to mess up. You spend your time on the high-risk cases, the ones who are using drugs on a daily basis, or the ones who are doing this, who shouldn't be doing that. And that's where you focus more of your time on, because they're the ones who need more attention than the low risk cases.
How often do you find an offender that basically just doesn't care what you say? And I'm going to go ahead. There was a guy, I think he still lives down in Wayne County. He basically stood up before the judge. This is before they decriminalized marijuana. You may have heard the story. He basically stood up before the judge. He said, and the judge said, "Sir, why do you continue showing up in my court here for your marijuana usage? Don't you realize it's illegal?" He says, "Your Honor, I smoke pot pot now. I like to smoke pot. I'm going to smoke pot till the day I die. To the judge. I mean, that seems like maybe you could say something else.
Absolutely. We've had certain people who basically flat out said they're not going to comply.
They don't care. They don't care. Comply.
Then that's fine. And those, kind of like the Bible says, you wash your hands, dust your feet off, sand off your feet, or dust off your feet, and you move on. You file a violation because you're not going to waste time on them, And we've had a lot of them. They don't realize, I'm going to get on probation, slap on the wrist, and some people view it like that, that's fine. But, there's times we have certain people have them calling every day because they're such an addict. Other people have them on a call-in where they call in 3 times a week. We'll let them know whether they get drug tested or not. And there's people like, I didn't know I was going to put this much effort in. I want to go to prison. Then they usually end up going to prison. So
3 hots and a cot.
I know. It's not for me. I like my freedom.
Not for me either.
I like my freedom. So absolutely.
That's just amazing. And I guess in listening to you, there are certain crimes that you're going to have recidivism a lot more than others, aren't there? Yeah. Mainly the drugs.
Mainly the drugs. We've had people, we help them get sober and clean 10 years, literally 10 years, and for whatever reason, they go back on the drugs. And I struggle. I've been doing it 27 years. I still don't know to this day what causes a person to go back using again. And it's, I can see from an average citizen, well, they get what they deserve, and I get that, but most people don't wake up and decide, I'm going to be a drug addict today. There's usually other things going on in their life that pushes them to using drugs. And if you can maybe find that issue that reason why they're using drugs over taking care of the family, going to work, and then you have a better chance of possibly, keeping them from getting in trouble again.
How do you judge the interesting part to me in your profession or in your job? How do you judge success? Not seeing people? Is that basically?
That's a great question because when I first started, Bruce, I could have them test clean 100 times and have one positive test. You failed, you're done. But then again, if you look at it this way, all right, they've used drugs for 20 years in their life, and they go from using meth, every day to meth once a month. They're still using meth, but they're not using it as much. So they're making steps in the right direction. So it's not perfect. It's not a perfect world. And I'm no... you're
no Pollyanna. You're no prude.
I'm a very strong conservative. I'm very strong conservative. But also, as a Christian, I want to help people.
Sure.
I do. I can't just, you
can't just throw them aside. No,
because they live in our community. So I still want to be a positive impact if possible. Some you can, some you can't. So,
when do you find the job satisfaction? What is an indicator? Because if you've been there for 25 years, you're finding job satisfaction in something, or you wouldn't still be there.
That's true. I was telling you earlier, Bruce. It's one of those jobs I don't smile as much, and I'm more cynical. Because even with my kids, you're thinking, when they're talking to you as a probation officer, you almost jokingly say if their lips are moving, they're lying.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Like that, but so. It's kind of, it's hard to turn that off from home life.
Oh, well, yeah. And separation probably a little difficult.
I got a wonderful wife. Holly just puts up with me.
That's good.
I'm very fortunate there. My kids put up with me, but there's not a lot of pats on the back in our profession, and we're not looking for them. It's just, I guess the satisfaction is, I had somebody come up to me 3 years ago, and this is horrible. I hope the guy's not watching. And because I've dealt with thousands of people, Bruce, and he said, you remember what you told me 10 years ago? I didn't remember what the guy's name was, let alone what I said. He said, I still use that to my life to this day. So in my profession...
Did he ever tell you what you told him?
And I said, I just try to play it off like, I appreciate that. Thank you. Keep up the good work. But you never know when you're going to say the right thing to the right person at the right time. So it's one of those things, It's one of those things where you just want to be prepared to I try and do my best to... not be stupid and do something stupid that's going to make, he's out here doing that. Why should I have to listen to what he has to say? So, I try and do the right thing and just, it's a challenge.
That's great. Are you good at poker? Or do you play?
I watch, I'm horrible.
I was wondering if you could tell people's tells.
Bruce,
as a professional, you're getting lied to all the time.
I can't because my kids might watch. They're going to find out. But we can tell people. We're trained on that. We went to classes on body language.
That's great. We'll be right back because I want to hear how to tell people are lying. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Back with Curtis right after this. That's fun. Having car trouble, need a tow, or just some routine maintenance? Butcher Automotive in Louisville has you covered. Locally owned and operated, Butcher Automotive offers complete vehicle repair services along with tire sales and wheel alignment. They're your local Hankook tire and interstate battery dealer. Butcher Automotive offers free local pickup and delivery so your car can be repaired while you're at work or at home. Butcher strives to treat everyone's vehicle as their own. At Butcher Automotive, they don't want you to give them your business, they want to earn it.
Does your home show signs of foundation problems? Call the experts at Woods Basement Systems. Our Power Brace system can fix the problem permanently and help protect the value of your home. Call Woods Basement Systems today. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Mold, rank air, pests, all getting closer to inside your home. With a dirt crawl space, there's no telling what's below you.
A sealed crawl space locks the nasty stuff out, plus can lower your utility bills. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Residents of the Clay County and surrounding area have relied on Clay County State Bank for sound professional service for over 100 years. With convenient lobby and drive-up hours, we are ready to serve you Monday through Saturday. We appreciate all who bank with us, and we look forward to the opportunity of working with anyone who is looking for a community bank to help with their financial needs. Give us a call at 665-3314, visit us online, or stop by and see us on the square in Louisville to experience our friendly personal service.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lemon Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lemons always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemonsonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I thought I'd lost my business in that fire, but my agent was there before the flames were out. He said, together, we're going to rebuild. Our employees depended on it. My independent agent and auto owners made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance. North Wayne Insurance Agency in Flora is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Hello, folks. Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. All right, I brought it up, and I want to know because I am a poker player.
Okay.
I used to play a lot more than I do now. I'd probably play about once a week. Now I probably play once every couple of months or so. What's the best way to tell somebody's lying?
I can't share that on TV. But
yes, you can. Why can't you?
Because I'm not a professional. I'm not
asking you.
We're trained. We get some training. We're not, but just more like years of experience. Just reading body language for me.
I've heard. If you glance to your left. Is that a tell?
Well, some people might, when they're retaining certain memories in their brain. Again, I'm no professional or expert. They look a certain way, and then if you're just kind of watching it and they're talking, and if they start looking another way, typically that might indicate they might be making a story up. But they're not always.
Is that right?
It's possible, but again, I'm not an expert. Just my years' experience. I've often said, I want to put a red buzzer. A red light up buzzer in my office, and every once in a while people start talking, I'm going to hit the button, and they're going, oh, what's that? That's my lie detector going off, and you're just full of crap. But, I can't do that because I got to maintain some professionalism. I got to maintain some professionalism. But we get lied to every day, Bruce. There's been times, I know the person going to tell me a big one, and there have been times I'm like, all right, I know you're going to lie to me. Make me laugh today. Just go ahead and let me have it. But we got to have a little fun in our job because it's easy to get bogged down in just because a lot of, misery loves company.
Yeah.
A lot of people we deal with are not happy, and for whatever reason, but you don't want to get down. You always want to try and maintain as much as professionalism as you can, but we got to have fun, and we try. I try and set a good tone at the office. I got a great staff.
I love the thought of having the BS meter, the BS. But see, now that's the thing. You're talking to me right now, and I'm professionally full of beans. I basically tell people stuff all the time that is I'm one of the most full of beans persons I know. But usually,
okay.
but I don't lie to people. I don't lie to people in a hurtful manner. I will occasionally story tell. Let's call it that way. I'm just trying to help not be caught.
I'd say you're okay, buddy. You're okay.
Oh, thank you.
You're
Thank you.
okay.
I appreciate that. All right. I was at a basketball practice the other day, and I saw something that I don't think I had seen in years in a high school basketball game. And I watched hundreds of high school basketball games. I've broadcast probably well over 1,500 or 2,000. Wow. A lot. But you don't see, and I didn't realize it until I saw you trying to teach kids. By the way, Curtis used to play basketball, ladies and gentlemen. He used to be pretty good.
Pretty decent.
Used to be okay.
A legend in my own mind, thank you.
Yeah. A power dribble.
Yes.
When did the power dribble leave high school basketball?
Oh, boy.
I saw you teaching the Flora kids this, and I presume, God bless those kids, I'm certainly listened and paid attention and went home and practiced at home. But then again, they might not have, and they probably forgot it the next day. Possibly. We have a great group of kids this year, and they love learning. And the power dribble, the post is basically, it's changed, Bruce, since I played. Back when I played high school and college, it was more of a structured game. Run your offense, look for a good shot and do certain basic fundamental things. A power dribble is just one specific technique that you use so the guard don't come in and steal it. I got sick when I was a freshman in college. If I would try and dribble, and all the Division I players, everybody has quick hands except me. So, but if you do a power dribble, it's harder to steal the ball. And I'm not a big fan of dribbling because I get all the technicalities and everything because I love basketball. Well, he's not a big fan of dribbling because, like you say, people do knock
absolutely.
the ball.
You can basically only have to dribble one time inside the post and accomplish what you need to accomplish. But a power dribble is just a simple, move that you can use. I also used to try and teach them to jump hook. I use that probably 70% of my shots in college because, I was a starting center for 3 years at Eastern. I was the shortest starting center in our conference for 3 years.
Yeah.
We had 3 guys 7 foot, so I'm not going to shoot over a 7-footer. I had 8 dunks my whole life. I was a terrible jumper.
You got to have the elbow
You
up.
got to do little things to get your shot off. So, power dribble or a jump hook usually worked for me okay. So,
when did that stop being you? Who taught you that?
Well,
who was your post trainer?
My post trainer was
Coach Welch.
I worked a lot with Coach Welch, but Andy Knapp.
Really?
Andy Knapp was a JV coach for Flora back in the 80s, and then he was still coach or helped out, I think, on a volunteer basis. Literally, Bruce, I didn't start until my senior year in high school.
No kidding. Well, those were some pretty good teams.
We had decent teams, and I just kind of a late bloomer. I went to Eastern Illinois basketball camp since my 7th grade summer. I still remember this day when Coach Samuels, who coached me at Eastern, we had about 250, 300 kids. He said, only 3 or 4 of you kids are going to play Division I basketball. And I remember where I was sitting on the court when Coach said that. Again, it didn't really impact me much then because I was kind of a late bloomer. Let's just say I'm a procrastinator. I'm the best out there. I'm the best. But I always had the desire to play basketball. And, and it finally I guess got that bug. It just bit me or whatever. In my senior year, I just did nothing but work my tail off.
Yeah.
I played football 3 years. I didn't play my senior year because I had a pretty decent summer, the last summer in high school, and I started getting offers, and I didn't want to jeopardize injury. Didn't want to get hurt. So, literally every day after practice, I would stay and work. And Andy Knapp would stay and work with me. So he taught me so much.
How did you now, I hate to ask because I told him I wasn't going to do Glory Day stuff, but I want to know, how did you start getting looks and offers your summer of your senior year before your senior year if you hadn't started yet?
Right. We played literally 60 full games in the summer. Oh, this is a year-round sport, Yeah. So we went to 2 camps, one at SIU, where my brother Greg played basketball at. And then we went to Eastern. I just and then they already were. I was fortunate to get the MVP at the basketball camp there. I won the one-on-one, not because I'm a great one-on-one player.
You're tall.
I'm tall, and it's a 3 dribble limit. I could back somebody up, and we went to 3-on-3. So the coaches kind of knew me already.
Yeah.
From just
and from your brothers also playing Division I ball.
From my brothers. So they Eastern was the first one to look at me, and then I just. And then fortunately I had some success in high school my senior year. So
I tell you what, let's do. We're going to take a quick break. I'm going to come back. I want to talk a little bit more about mainly hoops for the rest of you. Is that okay with you?
Oh, I will not complain. I'd be wonderful. Absolutely, Bruce.
We'll be right back. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey with Curtis Leib. Back after this.
Make Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield your fashion leader. We're the little boutique with the big inventory of beautiful, trendy outfits and clothing in a wide array of your favorite name brands. And don't forget our large selection of jewelry and accessories. Carnaby Square is Southern Illinois' largest dealer of Brighton. At Carnaby Square, we take pride in our one-on-one, knowledgeable customer service and look forward to helping you create your own special look. Plus, always free gift wrapping. Find endless gift ideas 24/7 at CarnabySquare.com and on our Facebook page. Shop the fashion leader in downtown Fairfield, Carnaby Square.
Napa know-how.
At Flora Auto Parts, you can count on the Napa know-how experts to have the solutions to keep you running on the road or in the field. More than just your car, your locally owned Napa store carries a large inventory of parts for farms, heavy trucks, and just about everything that moves. Experienced counter people understand your needs and are ready to help with the perfect part at a great value. That's Napa know-how at Flora Auto Parts.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lemons Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lemons always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemonsonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
In 1916, Warren Miller chose Auto Owners Insurance. Later, his son made the same choice, as did his grandson. And today, his great-granddaughter did the same. As we reflect on where we've been, we're grateful to our independent agents and to those who have put their trust in us, and to the generations who will. Auto Owners Insurance.
Harrison Insurance in Louisville is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Does your home show signs of foundation problems? Call the experts at Woods Basement Systems. Our Power Brace system can fix the problem permanently and help protect the value of your home. Call Woods Basement Systems today. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Mold, rank air, pests, all getting closer to inside your home. With a dirt crawl space, there's no telling what's below you.
A sealed crawl space locks the nasty stuff out, plus can lower your utility bills. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. All right, I got to ask.
Yes, sir.
You mentioned that you were recruited. This would have been the summer of '89, right?
Yes.
You were getting recruited. Tell me how recruitment is. Did you enjoy it? You'll hear, and I guess it's probably similar but different in this day and age. I mean, kids are getting recruited all the time, so they're playing AAU ball and all kinds of stuff. But did you enjoy going on your campus visits, or surely you did?
Oh, it was. I mean,
stupidest question of all day.
No, it's easy to get a big head. Again, I was okay. I wasn't one of these top-notch players. I mean, I was fortunate to be a first team All-State my senior year, which back then there was just two systems, 1A and 2A, as you know.
Right.
But I was recruited by Northern, Southern, Eastern, Western, SLU, and Valpo also offered a scholarship. But
how many of them did you get trips to?
I went to SLU, Eastern, Western. In Western, because they had a great criminal justice program. Mm-hmm. But Macomb is literally in the middle of nowhere.
Macomb is long way away.
St. Louis University, again, they're downtown St. Louis, great atmosphere there. But all the places want to put me at power forward. And I knew I could not play perimeter defense or shoot outside or guard perimeter defense.
You kind of have to do that.
And Eastern was the only place that want to keep me at center. They said, we're going to keep you where we want at center. And that is it. And that, I just had that connection with them. They treated me great, and they come down to Florida, Illinois, and pick me up in an airplane, Bruce.
Whoa, come on!
Now, was it a small
it's like
airplane?
60 miles. It's
Whatever.
60 miles,
They picked me
isn't
up in
it?
an airplane, like, hey, I'm big stuff. I was nobody, by the way, but they treated me very well, and I'm so thankful I went there. It just worked out great for me.
All right, now you played and started there for 3 years.
Yes, sir.
You played there 4 years, I guess, right?
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay. Tell me about the NCAA tournament.
I'm glad you asked.
People have asked you this stuff all the time. You've probably got pat answers.
Who
did you play?
Well, we played Indiana. And we got beat like a circus monkey.
Yeah.
Okay, but they had 4 guys who went to the league that year. They were stacked.
Yeah.
And looking back,
this was 94?
1992. In my sophomore year, we were overwhelmed. I mean, our goal was to get to the tournament. Their goal was to win the tournament. It was on different levels. Back then, people didn't leave early.
They made it to the Final Four. Yeah, they got beat by Duke. Yeah,
and we were just almost mesmerized. And we got beat by like 30. We had played again. It had been a much better game. But
Eric Anderson, is that who you played against?
I guarded Matt Nover and then Eric Anderson. But Calbert Chain is still probably the best college player I've ever played against.
Yeah.
I mean, Indiana talked no crap.
Calbert Chaney's probably the best college player a lot of people ever played
Absolutely,
against.
And they were just wonderful. They just went out and took care of business. But just, flying out to Boise, Idaho, playing on CBS, having Bill Walton announce your game, it was pretty neat. It was almost, but it's overwhelming for us. We weren't, practice times were very structured. I mean, we practiced like a certain time, like the day before, and then LSU's coming on afterwards.
Yeah.
LSU had Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah.
Then I know if we beat Indiana, I get to guard Shaq. I'm going to get dunked on by Shaq. I'm going to foul out because I will not get dunked on. But I mean, they had a lot of big names out there.
Yeah.
It was a great experience.
Were you able to meet anybody?
I didn't.
I've always wondered how those, because we went to in the band in Illinois. It was regimented how the band could come in and stuff.
It was,
and we didn't get the opportunity to basically talk to or see or meet anybody.
It was very structured.
And you probably didn't get a chance to talk to him other than on the court.
Oh, that was it. Even Bobby Knight didn't shake her hand afterwards. Bruce,
why not?
I don't know. They won for Pete's sake, but could have shook her hands because I was a big Bobby Knight fan.
Yeah.
When I was a kid growing up.
Are you still? Were you after that, or did that take that away? Good.
Took it away. It did. Sorry, it's kind of rude. I thought, but that was up to him. But you're right. We didn't get to interact because hey, you got beat. Okay, here's your plane ticket. You're out of here. It was how it was. It was very structured, but it was still a great experience. And I like to tell people I scored the first point for Eastern Illinois. That's because I was the last starter to shoot. Everybody else missed. I'm like, give me the ball because got Matt Nover guarding me. I mean, yes, he was more athletic. He could jump me, but he's about my size.
Yeah.
But they were really good. They were good, but it's still a great experience.
Wow, so he a movie star for crying out loud.
I know, it was Blue Chips, absolutely. But I was so
they
thankful.
didn't ask you to play that part.
No, I fill in nobody. But Bruce, I was thinking I'm the youngest of 5, and my brother Greg played college basketball. My brother Phil played college basketball. My sister Leah didn't. My brother Jason, I like to joke, said he wasn't any good. He just was average. But he's an engineer. He's the smartest sort of the bunch. But, growing up with a tight-knit family and we were poor, it wouldn't change nothing. Because, they help, I got beat on every day, and it makes you tough. It really does.
Well, that also you got to go to college and paid by somebody else.
I'd never seen a bill. I was so thankful to have my college pay. I'm thinking they're paying me. I would run to the end of the earth to play basketball somewhere. I mean, I just love the sport, and it was wonderful to have that experience.
Okay, now tell me the truth about the recruiting trips. That were the girls all over the place or something, or how'd that work? you knew I was going to ask the tough questions. You knew coming on I was going to ask the hard questions.
I was. My girlfriend was around basketball. I had 2 days senior in high school. I did nothing but play the game of basketball, and then they tried to entertain you a little bit, but again, I just went to mid-major, and Mom, you're up in heaven. I promise I didn't do anything too stupid. Except Western Illinois, I was there on an official visit, and they snuck us into a bar, and the cops raided the bar.
No kidding?
The scariest time I've ever been in my life. No kidding. They snuck me out. They had the cops everywhere, and they were able to get me out of the bar, and I was just stupid. It was embarrassing.
Hey, that's
I've done a lot of dumb things, people, but I try to learn from it.
That's occasionally what happens on recruiting trips.
Occasionally,
It happened to me at the University of Evansville. But the cops didn't raid the bar.
No, it was scary. You'll never forget that for the rest of my life. I'd like to.
Yeah, I'll bet you won't.
No.
All right. Now the 3-point shot, I guess, took away the post play. Is that what is that the general? Is that the general consensus that we're coming to?
Pretty much. Basically, nobody. Oh, drop my watch. Nobody plays to the basket anymore. Everybody just wants to shoot up and square up and shoot, and it's changed the game. It truly has. They had me down for one career 3-point shot in college. I do not remember to this day taking a shot unless the shot clock was running down, I guess, and I launched something. But if people just want to shoot to three, and if people kind of know their role and stick to the role, they can be more effective without trying to shoot to three all the time. It has changed the game, Bruce.
I mean, you don't see.
I'm not a fan of it.
You mentioned Kofi Coburn.
Yes.
You don't see Kofi going out. No. He's got teammates that can shoot the three a lot better than he can.
Yeah, my senior year in high school, Coach Welch went to a 4-out 1-in. And we had 4 guys could shoot to three, and it was a perfect. I went from being a sub to averaging 24 points and 10 rebounds my senior in high school because we had guys out there shooting a three. You don't make them all. I probably had 10 points a game off offensive rebound putback. So, but I knew what my bread and butter was. That was inside the paint. I'm not going to deviate from that, and I never did because there's no need to.
If somebody is watching this and has a kid in like 5th or 6th or 7th grade or something like that, or if you are a kid in 5th or 6th or 7th grade, what would they need to do? What's the best way for maybe somebody to start thinking about how to improve their game? And maybe, you never know, could accidentally fall into being a professional college
buddy,
player.
I'm a prime example. I was terrible in grade school. I was terrible my freshman year, sophomore year in high school. You don't give up, and you just got to practice. And practice doesn't make perfect. Coach Welch always said, perfect practice makes perfect. You can't do something bad over and over. You develop bad habits. Yeah. You just got to go out there and shoot. I mean, I still go out and shoot to this day. I got to go up in my house, and I'll shoot it if it's wintertime. My stress relief. I love it. And I'm not talking shoot 5 or 10 minutes. You got to go out there and shoot 100+ or make 100+ shots every day, year round. It takes probably 1,000 shots or more to really change your shot and get better. It doesn't happen overnight. And don't watch NBA. Sorry. Watch them college basketball. They still play some offense and some defensive sets, and they play hard. They're not doing it for the money. They're doing it for the love. And, it makes a difference.
It really... The interesting thing is you'll see they take in the NBA, they take a lot more possessions off, I think, from time to time, don't they, than they do in college. I'm a college fan anyway.
I mean, Michael Jordan didn't take possessions off. I mean, they played every game. They played year round. They played all the time. And some of these guys, I'm not going to play tonight. I'm not getting because they got a lot of this is a long season, but,
Who's going to win? Okay, I've got about a minute to go here. Give me the rundown. Who's going to win the NCAA? Who's going to win the Big Ten Conference, and who's going to win the NCAA tournament?
I'm going to go with Illinois winning the Big Ten Conference, although I want to pick Matt Painter because he coached at Eastern for a couple of years as an assistant coach under Coach Samuels, my coach.
I did not I didn't realize that. So he was there before he went to SIU?
He was there before he went to SIU. So Purdue's looking pretty good. I want to pick Illinois because when they fire on all 5 cylinders, they're good.
Painter would have been playing when you were playing too.
Painter,
right?
Yes. I played at Purdue. I didn't play against him. We played in a tournament there, but we got beat by Weber State, or we'd have played Purdue. But Painter's a great player. But the overall pick, that is up for grabs, buddy. There's nobody. You can't pick anybody right now. There's so many good teams right now. So I'm going to say Eastern Illinois University. Probably not win it this year.
I was going to say, I was going to clarify.
But I love him.
Ohio Valley Conference. I asked you off the air, is it going to be able to survive
I hope.
Losing Belmont and losing Murray State?
It's tough. They're going to bring teams in. I just hope because it's just it's got to solve. I mean, it's just I love Eastern. I don't love it. I like Eastern. I love my family. I love my Jesus. But I hope they do. They got to get some good teams in, Bruce.
Do they get? When's the last time they sold out?
At Eastern?
Yeah.
Not probably my workout partner, Jan Thompson, who lives in Florida now. He also started center for Eastern when they went to tournament back in 2001.
That's probably the last time.
That was the last time. No joke. That was the last time, Bruce. So.
Wow. Well, Curtis, thank you so much for
Appreciate
being here. Thank you so much. Folks, thank you so much for watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. That's Curtis Leib. I'm Bruce Dickey. You don't want to see him in public. Well, see him in public, but not at his job. How about
Absolutely.
that? And have a great day. We'll see y'all next time.